Hello, everybody, and welcome to day one of our birthday bash charity stream. Wow, I'm not even playing today, and I'm already getting tongue-tied. We have, for our very first game, the Flower Court, run by our lovely Val over here. First of all, I want to take a second to talk about the charity. We are raising for JDRF International, and if you want to learn a bit more about them, I have a command in chat for exclamation point charity. JDRF is a leading global organization funding type 1 diabetes research, which is awesome. If you want to learn a bit more, they have their website at www.jdrf.org, and they also supply a bunch of really assets for streamers for fundraising events, and that's super, super dope. Second of all, if you want to help and donate to raise money for this amazing cause, you can put exclamation point donate in chat, and we have incentives for the game, but I'm not going to talk about them. So that's enough for me. I'm going to hand over everything else to Val, our lovely matchmaker for the evening, to lead off in introductions and incentives and content warnings and all that fun stuff. So over to you, Val.
Hi everyone, I'm Valiant Dorian, also known as Otto I use he, him, his pronouns. I'm a Twitch variety streamer and TTRPG performer. Who would have guessed, right? And I will be playing the matchmaker in tonight's game of Flower Court, benefiting JDRF International. Thank you, Mayor, for doing tech and production and for putting this whole month together. Let's all acknowledge and give snaps and claps to the wonderful Mayor.
Mayor, yeah!
Woo, we love you! And before we get into the juiciness that is the Flower Court of politics, intrigue, romance, and drama, I feel like I need to talk about my wonderful cast here. So I'm going to pass this off to Victor.
Hello, everyone. I'm Victor. I use he and they pronouns, and I will be playing Marcos, the knight, who uses he, him pronouns. Marco, are we describing the characters now?
Not quite, but you can, yeah. We can leave that to the game show. Lady Dame. I'm just going to start picking on each of you. It's going to be fun.
Hello, everybody. I am your friendly streamer, Lady Dame. I use she, her pronouns. And today I'm playing Freezja, who also uses she, her pronouns.
Erica, I'm picking on you next.
Excellent. Hi, everybody. I'm Erica, she, her pronouns. You can find me at Erica Newgirl anywhere that I exist, which includes here on Twitch, where I'm a full-time streamer and a tabletop RPG artist. And I will be playing Sheilex, who also uses she, her pronouns, a Baronet, if you will, and I will pass it on back.
And finally, Alyx.
Well, hi everyone. You're talking to some sugar right here, Daredevil Alyx. You can find me on Twitter by that name, and I go by they, them. And I'll be your one and truly Zenwyn, a very feisty, attention monger context. So I'm very excited. They use she, they pronouns. And so drop a little bit of sugar. It's going to get a little spicy in here.
Thank you all so much. And in terms of talking about donation incentives, the Flower Court is a game that comes into 3 different parts: the Whispers game, Valentines and Rejections, and Proposals and Assassinations. One of the incentives that you can give to us with a donation is the spicy questions, where I, the matchmaker, will pull a random spicy question to ask our contestants. You can specify the contestants, or you can have me randomly decide who gets the questions. Next incentive that we have is the spicy dares. Oh, and there goes my nuts. That's fine. You know what? We're just gonna abandon this really quick. With the spicy dares, where I, the matchmaker, is similar to the spicy questions, except I get to dare the contestants to do something for us. Next up, we have the influencing of the coin toss in the rounds of Whispers games. The questions are whispered to one another, so oftentimes we would not know the content of the questions that will be provided. But if you influence my coin toss on whether or not that information is given to all of the players and all of the contestants, which provides some spiciness, some political intrigue towards the game. And finally, we have Influencing Valentines and Rejections, in which you are able to pair off or multiple of our contestants together or have them all reject each other or one another. You get to decide who deserves love or death. Have I covered everything there? Is there anything else I need to cover for us?
I would like to say, though, since the Rejections and Valentines is a very significant part of the game, each player is only being assigned one. So it's one per player. So keep that in mind. Choose carefully, snap them up.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mayor. And I do want to mention that the Flower Court was created by Possum Creek Games. It is a game about a group of incredibly powerful pop stars or feudal nobles backstabbing each other, turning against one another in pursuit of secret goals. And you can purchase this incredible game on Possum Creek's games.itch.io.
I have one last thing, if that's okay. I want to give
Go
a
ahead.
quick shout out to all the people who helped me organize this behind the scenes, my mods and everything. Thank you so much. You are great. And this lovely fucking overlay was made by @ColeMorale. So they did amazing. Holy shit.
Yeah, cool.
We love it. Yes.
Cool.
And that's it.
Thank you so much. All the love to all the folks who've done all the production and putting together this incredible month of charity streams. And I am honored and humbled to be leading off this incredible stream with this incredible cast of characters. And without further ado, before we start, I do want to mention content warnings for the game because safety is paramount. Your safety is paramount. The content warnings for the Flower Court game include romance, flirting, descriptions of violence, assassinations, and complicated relationships. If the content of the game gets too much, please feel free to step away. Your safety is paramount. And the players, as well as myself, will be and our production are using safety tools both on and off the table. Thank you very much. And without further ado, if the drama is all set for us all, I think it is time we begin the game of Flower Court. The stadium erupts in bright lights, fireworks hit the sky, music begins bellowing out through the halls of the Flower Court game show, recorded before a live studio audience, of course. You hear the crowds cheering, these beautiful blue spheres levitating and orbiting around a grand stage of colors of reds and pinks and purples. And as the pressure increases and the atmosphere is electric, bursting out from a door on the side of the stage is a fat, beautiful, bearded woman with long black hair tied up and plaited, wearing the boldest red lip and the boldest red sari, strutting out forward with her fan as she greets everyone. Good evening, Flower Court. It is I once more, the Matchmaker, and welcome again to another round of the incredible game show, The Flower Court, where the forlorn find love, where the vengeance is sought, and where love has a bit of a deadly kick. It is such an honor to be before you all, and I want to welcome you all to a very special edition of Flower Court, where you, the audience, get to influence the outcomes of this game. With your wonderful contributions, you'll be able to provide us spicy questions, dares, and influence the romancing of these beautiful souls. And speaking of these beautiful souls, I believe it is time that we introduce them all. And she whips out her fan, gesturing to seats that have turned away from the audience, and they all begin to turn at once, one after the other, after the other, after the other, revealing 4 glamorous, beautiful individuals. And the first seat to turn is a lovely knight, to which the matchmaker sachets on over and hands her fan out over her face. Oh, hello, honorable knight. Would you like to introduce yourselves? And I want to introduce yourselves, what you're here to achieve, and your favorite pickup line.
Hello, my name is Marcos. I am a knight of the land seeking a new liege.
Ooh.
Marcos is kind of looks a little bit uncomfortable in this chair. He is a big man. He is sort of like scrunched up a little bit. His hair is like wild and like flowing like down, and he has like a very dramatic like angled cape with like a pauldron on the side, and lace gloves and a chain that's like bright and golden wrapped around his wrist. And he sort of when he smiles, it has a little bit of a wolfish quality to it. And my favorite pickup line. Well, are you the moon? Because you have me howling.
Ooh, a wolf around the campfire tempting me from safety. That's what you are. And as the matchmaker marches past Marcos and over to the wonderful Sheilex.
Well, hello. Hello. You see, Sheilex is actually sitting, when it turns around, Sheilex is so gay, she almost seems straight, the way she's sitting in that chair. Which is to say, practically upside down in the chair, with a contact juggling ball that changes colors, and she's like flipping it through, and once the matchmaker approaches, she looks sort of like just grabs it and just happens to like just like shrink and just like disappear in her hand. She's like, "Hello, I'm Sheilex. You can call me Sheilex. You can call me X. Just don't call me late for dinner because I'm always hungry. I am your Baronet who's here. Let's just say I like things a little spicy. I like things a little dangerous. I like to cause problems wherever I go. So I expect this to be no less anything but chaotic. And as far as pickup lines, I just like to look at someone and be like, you look delicious. Would you like to cause a little bit of chaos in the castle tonight?"
Ooh, you're a dangerous one, aren't you, Sheilex? It's so nice to have you here, and I can't wait to see what problems you'll be causing on purpose. The matchmaker walks past Sheilex and onto Freezja and smiles and just notices your fan and just whips hers out in fan solidarity.
Freezja, as initially when she had spun around, she had her legs crossed, and as it gets to her, she uncrosses them and sort of leans forward. Freezja is a very, very tall woman, like probably 6'5", 6'7", somewhere in there. Hard to say because the hair adds a few inches. Very muscular, decked out in lace and leather and armor and mail and just like everything, not unlike what you see here. Everything about her is just a little extra. Why, hello there. You're looking fabulous this evening.
Oh.
I'm Freezja, Warlord Diva, conqueror of nations and hearts, one might say. I don't know what else to say. Frankly, you've all probably heard of me. Or if you whether it's in awe, fear, mostly awe, I feel. I don't use pickup lines. I don't have a favorite. Because frankly, if you're not interested in me, you're probably under the ground.
Oh my, you can conquer my nation anytime. Matchmaker says as she grins and pulls out her fan once more and walks over towards last but never least, um, sorry, pardon me, Zenwyn, and she walks on over and she goes, last but never least, darling, please introduce yourself. We're all dying to hear who you are.
Hello, everyone. And Zenwyn just is in this bright red. What you see is what you get, folks. It's this beautiful sun hat, this beautiful red satin cape. And she is just arms up and she is ready to just greet the world. But she also is doing this with a phone in front of her, greeting all of her social media fans as well, because she is an influencer and she's just saying, hello, oh my gosh, Sugar, look at everyone. I am on the Matchmakers game show. That's right. We have the beautiful Matchmaker right in front of us, and we have lovely 3 other individuals here, and we're all here to look for love. And it's Zenwyn here, and it's Win if you're nasty, but you can call me whatever you want as long as you do. And you all know that I'm a betting woman, so I love to bring people together. But you can also place your bets on me. And she just smiles and waves for the camera, for the cameras on the game show, for the camera in front of her.
You see this beautiful blue sphere rotating around you, getting that close shot as you are speaking into this phone. It goes around behind you where the matchmaker is, who's also posing behind for your followers. She loves a good look. She's showing her best side.
Of course.
It's her right side. She's showing the best side.
Oh, honey.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I gotta say that Matchmaker, if I say so myself, I would say that you are like sunglasses. You and sunglasses have the same effect on me. You both look good sitting on my face.
Ooh, all this love for the matchmaker. Flattery will get you everywhere with me, darling. Everywhere. And with that, our contestants have been introduced. Have another round of applause. The live student audience rises up in a raucous applause, cheering, screaming each and every one of your names. Fans and groups have already been assigned to each of you. There's a corner off in the eastern direction that are screaming Marcos and hurling all these compliments at you. There's a corner up in the northern section that's going, Freezja, we love a giant woman. There are several folks in the front row, Sheilex, that are, those looks. They're ready and willing to cause problems along with you. They are ready. And these are the folks that bring glitter onto live performances to chuck at stages. So you found your crowd, and Zenwyn, there are several folks littered around the crowd that cheered and screamed as you flirted with the matchmaker. And with all of that, the matchmaker ushers a period of silence from the crowd as she walks around. Now, as you all know, the Flower Court consists of 3 different games. The Whispers game, the Valentines and Rejections portion, and the Proposals and Assassinations, she whispers towards the camera. Because what's love without a little bit of murder? But I do hope for all of your survivals, as she looks and smiles at you all, turns to the camera. The face. And now we will begin our first round of the Whispers game, where the contestants each take turns to ask each other a question. And just like the name suggests, they are whispered to one another. So the other contestants do not know what is being said. So I will start this first round of questions to kick us all off and she turns around and looks at you all and takes a seat at the center facing you all, but still looking at the audience, kind of in a 3/4 direction. And she says, her first question, if my thing will cooperate with me, tell me of your most scandalous romances. And I would love to hear from the wolf himself. Marcos, we'll begin with you.
I feel like people don't value loyalty anymore. Fealty, a hunger to serve. Of course, my most scandalous connection was with my last liege. After all, sometimes people don't want a mutt in an important position. However, I never leave without making sure people are satisfied.
Ooh, scandalous indeed. A forbidden love, a romance between liege and knight, something right out of the storybooks. Her gaze falls towards you, Sheilex. And of you?
Oh boy. Have I got the story for you? Come here. So, I was involved in a relationship. It may have been, I'm trying to remember the details. It was scandalous. It was one of those forbidden loves. You know, you're not supposed to like see each other. I'm trying to remember the details. Was she really tall? No, not really tall, muscular. Perhaps really famous social media influencer, perhaps? No. Knight? No. These are all so boring. These are boring. No. It was a tycoon. She was the CEO of a very booming business, and quite frankly, to be seen with someone as crass and vulgar and problematic as me, she got a little hot under the collar, if you will, of but I was her little secret pet in more ways than one, and it was a hot, flaming romance. But when I leaked the news of the relationship to the papers, that was the end of that relationship. So that probably, yeah, my most scandalous relationship.
Scandalous indeed. And also, she looks into the camera. Some other potential connections being made over here. Perhaps there's history. Let's find out more. As she looks towards you, Freezja. And of yours?
You can't prove anything. But if you must know my most scandalous relationship, I seem to recall a very powerful royal had probably 2 or 3 different lands, fell madly in love with me, of course, as everyone does.
Of course.
Yeah. They everybody warned them about getting into a relationship with me, since they don't tend to end well, which, to be fair, isn't incorrect.
We love honesty here in this game.
They're still alive right now, just those lands no longer belong to them. It was probably, I'd say 10 years ago, maybe, in the Starlight District area.
Ooh.
Might have heard of it. It was in all the papers at the time.
I do remember. Oh my goodness. Scandalous indeed. And everyone knows better than to try the conqueror in her own game.
I'm just very good at winning.
I hope the odds are ever in your favor. As she turns finally to Zenwyn and smiles. And of your scandalous romance?
Oh, sugar. Is it very ladylike to kiss and tell? I don't think so, but I'll give you.
You're in the flower court. We're kissing and telling over here.
Oh, but Stop if the matchmaker do insist.
I do.
Oh, if the viewers really want to know about all the juicy secrets.
I hear them, and you hear the crowd cheering that they want to know. We want to know.
I like to tell you that I do stand multiple romance. I like to say that I like to have my thumb in multiple pies. And I'm telling you that the scandal comes from, from political intrigue. I'm saying that you romance one partner who's romancing someone else in the political field, and they don't know that they are being romanced as well. The messy love triangle, if
Oh
you
yes.
say. Mhm.
Mm.
I'd say that I'm not looking to my left and right, but I'm saying that there might be a someone in the crowd that was involved in such love triangle. I know.
Matchmaker gasps and looks directly in the camera.
Oh,
My. The plot doth thicken indeed.
she does.
And with that, the matchmaker, a different type of music begins playing. It's not cacophonous by any means, but certainly very difficult for anyone on stage to listen to each other as the matchmaker finally announces that the Whisper Games have begun. Who would like to start? I can also pick on y'all, whichever is easiest. All right, Marcos.
Do I just choose a person to whisper to, or you're muted?
Yes, you do choose a person to whisper to. It's great. And we the rest of us will reduce the volume. Well, I won't, because I'm the matchmaker and I get to know everything. And yeah, who would you like to ask a question to?
I think I'll ask a question to Freezja.
All right.
By all means.
The Whispers game has begun. Please reduce your volume now, and I will close my fan when you're ready to come back.
Freezja, do you reward loyalty, or do you scorn it?
What do you mean by can I I would say
Yes.
okay, fantastic. What do you mean by reward?
Well, that's a good question, because I think in general, what do you do for those who are loyal to you? Do they earn your favor, or is that just simply expected?
I mean, I do expect loyalty, but those who are very nice, who are very good boys indeed, may be rewarded.
Understood. No more questions. I have been answered.
Everyone may return. All right. And upon the large monitor that sits above you all, there's a coin that is being flipped, a digital coin, and it lands on heads, which, as the audience would know, means that the question is kept secret from the rest of the contestants.
But they still hear the answer, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Who would like to ask the next question? Actually, before we do that, we did have a redemption. Actually, I just remembered. We have redeemed a dare.
Oh, that's exciting.
I know. It is very, very exciting. So I have to give someone a dare. And I think I might pick on Zenwyn. Because you've been at the end for most of these things. I feel like picking on you.
All right, Sugar, you give me your best shot.
I'll try to be a little nicer, warm you up to the style of this game. I would like you to walk on over to the person you find most attractive and stand behind their chair.
Oh, darling. We're
It
getting
can be multiple. You can take a little hop on each of them. I do know you love your different loves and multiple loves of attraction, whichever
Oh,
suits you
goody.
best.
I love, well, Matchmaker, if I would try to stand behind everyone's chairs, I don't know if I could do the splits long enough.
Ooh.
And if I could, hun, I would choose all these honeys, and I simply wish I had longer legs. I'd longer arms.
I mean, if you want to take a break, you can always just rest with me in my chair.
Oh, honey, that's so fun. I do like a man who knows what he wants. Oh, you know what? I'm going to stand, right behind. I'm gonna stand behind Sheilex right now. I would say she's an intriguing one.
Ooh.
I know a lot about Sheilex right now, and honey, mystery is a very, very, very attractive spice.
Well, if I was a novel, I'd be a picture book. Nothing to see here, so.
Is that simply because we're in the dark and there isn't anything to see but touch, maybe?
No, it's because I'm adult magazine. I'm just nothing but just things you couldn't even possibly imagine for yourself. Someone as refined and dainty as yourself.
Oh, honey, those compliments will certainly get you somewhere.
The matchmaker smiles at the camera and shakes her head in a "Ooh, what scandal!" and scandalous. As you return back to your seat, we shall resume the Whispers game. Who would like to ask their next Whispers game? Not Marcos, obviously, because he just did.
I have a question for Sheilex.
All right. The fan is open. Everyone else, reduce your mics.
Sheilex, if you could eliminate somebody from this round, who would you eliminate?
If I was to eliminate one person from this round, it would probably be you, so that we could go off somewhere else together.
Fascinating. You are an intriguing one, Sheilex, I must say.
I'm simple. I'm nothing here but bread and butter, and look at how white this face is of my here. I'm just that basic and boring. I'm just nothing here but problems and bolts and gears.
Somehow I don't believe that, but if you insist.
And again, on the large monitor, a coin is revealed and it flips. And it is tails.
Oh.
Unless someone wishes to change that. This means that
You know what? I will use my power to change the coin toss. I will use the Bernet pair power.
Hell yes. On the side of on the armrests of your chair, there's a little button that you have access to that you click on, and the coin is it looks like it's about to turn to tails, and it rests on heads. The question is kept secret, never to be spoken of again. Excellent. And with that, we move on to our next spicy question redemption. Thank you all so much for your donations, as we have the next spicy question redemption for everyone to answer. So I hope y'all got your thinking caps on. You have history with one of the contestants. Who is it and what happened? I am
Ooh.
going to start with Sheilex.
So, Sheilex, I hate saying this. I hate calling out people, but me and Marcos, it was late, and we were having this delicious meal. There were beautiful spread of any nachos and the finest drinks you could have. And, well, a girl gets silly sometimes when the moon hits right. And Marcos was very gentlemanly. And, we had ourselves a night to remember, if you will. And
A
then I
proper
left.
feast.
I wasn't going to say it, but since you did, it was a feast of champions. And let me tell you, friends, our friend Marcos may be a knight, but nothing but a wolf when it counts.
Oh,
And then I snuck away before dawn that morning and haven't spoken to him since. I'm sure there's some feelings there, and I've been avoiding him ever since.
a tale of heartbreak and such tension. I love it. And we will go next to. Well, I mean, Marcos was mentioned, so Marcos, you're next.
And discussing memories. I'm not sure if Lady Freezja would recall, but we've battled before.
Ooh.
I wonder if you've forgotten because you've lost.
I don't think I've ever lost, so this might have happened in a dream or something.
Oh, trust me, I have dreams about you, but this was very real. If you'd like a rematch, I'm always up for it.
You're on.
A proposal for battle? My, talk about mixed messages. Next up, since you were mentioned, Freezja.
Perfect. I don't recall this interaction with Marcos, but I do recall attempting a beautiful, lovely night with Zenwyn. They needed some pointers on knife play, is my understanding. They thought it would help their views. And one thing led to another. I can't say that it worked particularly well, I must admit, but you are a fairly apt pupil in other regards.
Oh, Hannah, I'm just blushing remembering that. And I do say that I am a student. I am your student of any kind of play at any time. And I do say that it was the best game review I've ever had. Yeah. I can't stop. I gotta say that, and a one night with Lady Dame is a lifetime. She leaves you wanting more.
Oh my, is it getting hot in here, or is it just our contestants and their revelations?
I do run
Zenwyn.
warm Matchmaker.
Oh, you tease. Zenwyn.
Well, honey, I would like to say that maybe two individuals were involved in this particular rendezvous. I like to say that I do love to ride horses and I do like to be ridden. And so I like to say that Marcos and Lady Dame, we had a time. I like to say that they were open to a little bit about riding lessons, and I like to say that some people showed the ropes to others, and I like to say that if I could also say, I think I'm being a little greedy in this, but Sheilex, I know she didn't want to be mentioned a little bit, but it couldn't be ignored that she had some hungry eyes as well.
Oh my, such revelations.
I just figured that because of your, audience and target market with your social, with your influence, and you prefer to have someone just watching from a distance who, you know, could
Oh,
give you some likes and hearts and perhaps some
Sheilex,
emojis of a certain eggplant.
I mean, I think there was always room for one more. Always room for more.
I, that Sheilex.exe has stopped working. You just
The
see like her
match-
circuits, like a little bit of
Oh,
smoke coming
that's a
up.
look we like to see.
Oh my, it looks like I'm not the only one short circuiting around here with all these revelations. Will we have our first all proposed group? Or is there far more that lurks beneath the surface? Let's find out in this next round of the Whispers game. I believe Marcos and Freezja have gone. And I think, is it just Zenwyn left, or has Sheilex gone already?
I've been whispered to. I have not asked the question yet.
All right, Sheilex, we'll start with you then, and then we'll end with Zenwyn.
All right. I think I would like to ask Zenwyn a question, actually.
All right.
Go ahead, sugar. Whatever you're bringing, I'm taking.
Well, that's most excellent. I intend to throw you a few fastballs here, but I was just thought you who if you had to choose a certain contestant, let's not name. You know what? Let's name names. Let's make this spicy. Name names of who do you think would improve your follower count the most, and who do you think might hinder your follower count the most?
Oh, girl. What a question. Yeah, I'm all about love and I'm not about stirring up drama. But if we're insistent here, I do like to be a coy and diplomatic woman. I like to say that perhaps the one that would hinder my followers most maybe might be Marcos. He's Marcos. He might be a little stern to my followers, but I think Freezja might be just what my followers want.
Well, obviously both would be lucky, and obviously your fans would be lucky for either, and no hard feelings to either, because we're just playing a game here. That's who cares about numbers when the numbers look as good as you do.
Oh, honey, I do like a compliment, and I didn't name you specifically because I'd like you to stick around. I don't want whatever we got public. I want you all to myself.
Oh, don't worry, I wouldn't make anything public until it suits my fancy the most.
Whatever tickles your feathers the most, am I right? I mean, Freezja might be good at knife play, but I would think that you're good at another type of play, and I'm all in. If whatever you're selling, I'm buying.
Well, let me just adjust some of my inflation. Let me just. This might cost you as much as your follower count. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
I love it.
And with that, The coin now goes up, and it is on the board, and it is flipped. And yet another round of heads, as the question remains secret.
But what was
And-
the answer, though?
Oh, I forgot to remove my fan during the answers. It was a very, very
Yes.
long conversation.
all
Oh,
right.
goodness.
All I can say
Short
is that
version.
TLDR.
I named both of you, both Freezja and Marcos, and a little bit related to my social following.
Interesting. Okay.
Very cool.
TRDL. You know, too long.
Yeah.
Didn't read.
Yeah, that's very
Perfect.
valid. That was my bad. I was looking at all the spicy things that are about to income right now.
Goody.
Alrighty, we have redeemed a dare. And this dare, I would like to invite Marcos to do. As the matchmaker turns to you and she says, "You're pretty good at riding horses, aren't you? And skilled in combat.
Of course.
Would you mind giving us a demonstration of your skills? We have a horse," and she will gesture to the camera as it pans off stage of a large horse being brought into center stage. This beautiful black stallion brought onto center stage for you.
Okay. No, Marcos is all about showing off.
Yes.
He gets up and I think he whips off his cape, and like it's just like a plain black tunic, and like his arms are exposed, like they're torn at the edge and they're ripped. And he just walks over to the horse, like slides his hand down its neck and like pats it like a nice pat, and then just like in one like big leap just gets onto the back of the horse. And of course like I think he pushes it to canter, which is a walk. I think I was not a horse person growing up. Victor, terrified of horses. They're too tall. I'm 5'2". Do not need that in my life. But canters over and offers a hand down to Zenwyn. He's like, "Want to come for a ride?"
Oh, honey, did you just ask me to ride your horse?
I mean, whatever ride you wish. I'm a
Oh,
knight. I'm here to serve.
oh, honey, make sure all that you do is don't buck me off. I'm a little sensitive. And if you play a certain song, I will dance. It might rhyme with pony. Or is the song pony?
The song is pony.
Okay. Sure.
It must be a big dance. Well, yes. If I'm just saying that if some audience member is just so embellishing with their donations, we'll dance for donation.
I love that.
Matchmaker looks at the camera. Send in those money. Send in those donations. We can get them to do all sorts of things up here. Do you ride the horse?
I do, sugar, and I hope that you have one hand where I can see it, but where the other hand goes, I don't mind.
It's a very dramatic like grab onto the horse, if that's okay. It's like a scoop and like right up front.
Hell yes. You ride and canter around the stage around the rest of the contestants and a matchmaker who's like, oh my, oh, we really need to get some health and safety up in here. Where's the fun in that? After a few moments, you're able to hop off the horse as your dare is complete. And we can move into the next round of, well, the final round of the Whispers game. Zenwyn, who would you like to ask a question to?
Oh, dear me. Who do I want to target?
Damn, okay. Everything's coming out now.
I meant who do I want to have a friendly conversation with? Part of my French.
We know what you mean. Matchmaker looks at the camera. We know what you mean.
Matchmaker, is it possible I could get a couple of people on the Whispers game?
I don't see why not. Go on ahead.
Oh, and what if I wanted all three? Would that break anything?
I mean, it is the last Whispers before we head to the first Valentines and Rejections, so...
What a greedy one you are.
Oh.
I also like causing problems on purpose.
Oh dear, yes. Oh, Freezja, I like to say that I always like to carry more than a couple knives. So lady matchmaker, what did you say?
Oh, I just said I like causing problems on purpose. You go ahead and ask your questions to your...
I may ask my question to all three. They can all hear the answer and respond appropriately.
And then you see behind you, she waves at the large monitor and it switches off as there's a dim glow on the stage as a feeling of intimacy is brought upon this final question of the Whispers game.
I just want to know who everyone might be giving the heart to. That's my question. If you had to give your heart to someone, who would you want to hold it?
There's no rules against it. She whispers to the camera, there's no rules against that question. They can just ask that. They could just ask it.
Honey, when you said chaos, mayhem, and murder, I do like to stir the pot, bring everyone some lemonade because I'm sure thirsty over here.
Oh my.
No mercy indeed. And I would like to start with Sheilex. Sheilex, who would you give your heart to if you wanted someone to hold it?
You know, if I was to give my heart to someone, and they have to be here, right? I just can't just choose anybody else who isn't here because, I mean, I guess I would go with the matchmaker, given all things considered. I've only got but the one heart, and even that's only $5.99 on sale. So I guess I better make good use of a cheap heart. So matchmaker, you, me, let's get rid of these people. This is fun and all, but wouldn't you like to just like blow this game show and make some chaos happen somewhere else? You said you liked chaos.
I do indeed. It's very tempting offer that you've given me. And I would like you to know I'd at least pay a good $10.99 for that heart of yours, at the very least.
I'll make a profit anytime.
That is her answer.
Oh dear, and Freezja, honey, who are you giving your heart to? The whole.
It takes a strong person to hold on to my heart. And frankly, there's only one person here who could at this moment in time, who is strong enough to do that.
Very cryptic. Okay. No names yet, but strength. I hear you. Who's the strongest? And Marcos, who would you give your heart to?
Well, there's only one person here who'd tear it out. I feel like on their best attempts, it'd be very fun to see them try.
Everyone's being a little bit coy. I love it.
Still early yet, dearie.
So early. Oh, matchmaker, I'll blow you a kiss.
Oh, thank you. Don't worry about me feeling left out. This drama is feeding me. Oh my goodness.
Well, I would say that everyone here, if they were to be fruit on a pizza, they'd be pineapples.
Wow.
Oh, it's okay. I don't think I did the math right. I'm always a little bit greedy, but if you're able to do some math and trigonometry for me, you can always be my angle.
Wow. The matchmaker fans herself. She goes, oh my, we need to move on from this Whispers game. But I can't quite yet because the audience have been so incredibly generous with their funds as we have redeemed yet another several dares. But I will end this, we will end this first round with a dare that I would like to throw to. I would like to throw this to Freezja.
I'm game. Let's go.
Freezja, I wish for you are all about strength and
Sure am.
power and domination. I would like you to step out of that comfort zone a little bit. I would like you to use the wonderful technique of words. Write a short, or rather read out a short message to one person here who intrigues you the most. Me excluded. I saw some of y'all looking and eyeing at me. One of the contestants.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
A short what?
A short note to
a short note
to a person who intrigues you, and you can interpret that however you wish, romantically or otherwise.
All right. Not my strongest suit. I like to woo with physical acts, touch, taste, all of that. But all right. To the one, oh God. Oh, I have to dig deep in here. This is an emotional thing.
We're all about healthy exploration of emotions here on the Flower Court. As she speaks to a camera about this.
To the one.
It can be multiple. I mean, if you're feeling that, there are multiple people intriguing you. I don't want to limit you.
To the one. Just to one. Steel glints under the high sky, under the high sun. I dare you. That's it. That's all they'll understand. And if they don't, they're not worthy anyway.
Damn. What spice, what intrigue. I have my bets on the table, but it's fine. You don't need to know my thoughts quite yet. And with that, we come to the end of the Whispers game, the first round of the Whispers game. As the music begins to crescendo and you hear the audience cheer and scream, the fan base for each of you has increased significantly with all of the dares and spicy questions. And now we come to our first mark of Valentines and Rejections. I would like each of you to write me a little note of Valentines and Rejections. You can, for the players, you can DM your Valentines/Rejections to each other. Just keep me in the loop. And we shall see what is revealed. And for the audience, you can influence these Valentines and Rejections through your donations. Do you think certain individuals belong together or do not belong together? Feel free to send in your funds to determine that as well. To anyone who's sending Valentines to specific people, send them to them directly as well. So I don't have to manage that too much. But thank you everyone who's provided such donations to us, the Flower Court. You have spiced up this game immensely. And keep that coming. It's going to a good cause to JDRF International. Thank you all so much.
I would like to say a couple thank yous to Danielle, Dax, myself, and several anonymous donors. Thank you so much. We have raised $110 so far. The first giveaway is at $200.
Holy shit. Holy shit, what?
We have raised $110 and the first giveaway is at $200. And that is going to be for a cryptid Mothman emote pack by @Luna_Hawking. Our
Let's
lovely
go.
moth expert. Her emotes are really good, y'all.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for the incredible support. That is incredible. There are more spicy questions and theirs. I have a whole document of them. So keep them coming, or influence the Valentines or Rejections. All right.
Sorry, Matchmaker, you want us to message everyone?
Anyone you're sending a Valentine's or wish to reject to, go ahead and message them as well.
Do you
Makes it
want to
easier.
them as well?
You can tell me if you want. Y'all, yeah.
So, Matchmaker, do you have any hypotheses about any of the Valentines and Rejections that you want to tell the audience?
Well, I have a few inclinations. It's a little hard because I also get a little glimpse. But I would, instead of saying my bets, I'll tell you what I would like to see. I would like to see more tension between Freezja and Marcos.
You know, that would be the fight of the century.
That would be the fight of the century. And you know, I'm here for the enemies to lovers. Truly, I'm here for that. We love that over here in the Flower Court.
It's so interesting.
I'm also very curious at the two dark horses we've got here in Sheilex and Zenwyn. I feel like these two could really make or break the competition for sure. We could have a party of full and happy hearts or a red wedding. And I'm looking forward to it.
A red wedding is still a wedding.
That is true. That is true. Mm-hmm. We do promise some love here. Well, no one else has murdered everyone quite yet. So always time for firsts.
There is a first for everything.
There's a first for everything. Alrighty. Has everyone sent their things? I am aware of them. Excellent. And with this first round of Valentines and Rejections, players, you may let me know your objectives. And for the audience, each of these individuals have their own secret objectives they need to achieve by the end of this game. And only when they achieve these objectives can they truly win. And only I will know what those objectives are. Alrighty. Let me know whenever you're ready, Zenwyn. Cool. And with that, actually, we are coming up to, I think, about an hour and so, Mare, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. Our max is 3 hours-ish.
Alrighty.
Oh, silly me. I'm making rhymes for everyone. So I think
They don't have to rhyme, but thank you for the effort nonetheless.
oh, they're really fun.
Gave someone a knife.
Anyone can have a knife. We don't have security here. Anyone can have a knife.
But yes, we are about an hour.
Alrighty. Okay. Waiting for a couple more objectives.
I'll tell you, Matchmaker,
Choose
I
an
would
objective.
love to know
And with
more.
that, I think
Sorry,
this
go
might
ahead.
be a very, very good opportunity for us to go into break mode.
Hello, everybody. We are back with the Flower Court with our lovely contestants with the Matchmaker. Once again, thank you so much to everyone who has donated so far. We have raised $120 and we've asked a bunch of spicy questions and a lot of spicy dares. And we just got done with the first round. So, back to you, lovely Matchmaker.
Thank you so much. And thank you for being patient during our wonderful ad break. But we are now back with the Flower Court. The crowd cheers and swells, and you are all still seated in your lovely chairs as the matchmaker turns to you all. Now, before we get to the next round of Whispers, I think it's very important I warm everyone up once more with yet another spicy question. And I think we can, y'all have done a fantastic job. I think we can go a little harder this time.
I like
My
the sound of
question-
that.
Excellent. I am going to say, I'm going to ask each and every one of you, who do you think will survive the Flower Court? And why? I would like to start with, who's looking the most uncomfortable? Let's go, Zenwyn. You can start. You can lead us off this time.
Oh, honey. Who do I think so? I mean, of course, I think myself. I think I'll survive the Flower Court because I'm not in the business of creating enemies. And I'd like to say that you catch a lot of flies with some honey, and I don't think I've yucked anyone's yum quite yet.
Ooh, very bold. Very bold. Freezja.
I mean, if anyone survives this, it's going to be me, obviously. No, that's my only answer, really.
We have many confident folks about their own survivability.
I can't say so much for anybody else, but for me, absolutely.
We love that. We love confidence here in the Flower Court. What about you, Sheilex?
You know, if I had to choose who's going to survive, I think none of us are getting out of here alive. Not even you, Matchmaker. Not even you.
Not even me. Oh, most people would feel threatened, but I've been in this business long enough. But If I should die for the game, so be it. That's a very interesting answer. I haven't got that one before. And last but never least, dear Wolf, what is your answer?
Well, I know for sure that I won't die here. It wouldn't be satisfying. But Freezja, we can't have our fight on such a small stage. So I know that you'll make it out of here too.
I will have the audience know that we spent quite a bit of money on this stage. It is quite a large stage, but they need something bigger, clearly. But who am I to judge? And with that, we can now begin the next round of the Whispers game. Who would like to begin?
I'll start.
All right.
If no one else is brave enough, I would like to ask Zenwyn a question.
All right. The fan goes up. And Zenwyn, when you're ready to ask the question, I will have everyone come back.
Oh, Freezja, honey, you can ask anything you want as long as you do.
Now, no pussyfooting around this question.
Oh, never.
If you had to eliminate somebody in this group, who would it be? Be bold, be brave. Answer the question.
Oh, I love it, Freezja. The say, what you and a knife have in common is that both of you are bold and sharp and get right to the point. I like it. I would like to say that our dear beloved Sheilex, I would not hesitate to perhaps push off a ledge or not mind whoever had pushed off Sheilex off a ledge.
A delightful time.
Delightful. And the coin is now being flipped on the large screen behind the contestants. We're
Might
having
just be
a
about edge play, Sheilex. You might be fine. It might be exciting.
I've always wanted to try everything at least once.
the coin flips to heads. The question will remain secret.
I don't think it's that much of a secret, but okay.
Well, some people can interpret things a different way, but that's, I suppose, is true. Who wants to go next?
I think I would like to ask Marcos a question.
Oh my. Ask away.
Marcos, if it was between Sheilex and Freezja that you would want to tend to your horse, who would you like it to be?
Holy shit. I like a woman who could kill me.
Oh, don't we?
Sheilex would be fun. But I would really like a woman who could kill me.
Well, I've done less for less. Or more for less? More for more? You decide.
Oh my. My. Such great revelations are appearing before us now. Alrighty. Who? I will now flip the coin. My, that took me for a loop. Blue screen, would you please? Why are we getting... Yet again, the coin flips to heads.
Son of a bitch.
The question shall remain secret unless anyone wishes to change that.
Reminder,
We need to look at
everybody
that
can
coin.
donate to influence the coin flip to be tails, so they can
Yes.
say the question. You could do that by exclamation point donate.
Yes, and I will also allow for the next person to donate for that to be influencing this particular coin flip. So if y'all want to do that right now, you can have that spicy question revealed. But let us continue on. For the Whispers game waits for no person. All right, who is next? I believe Marcos, you had your hand up last time to ask your question.
I did.
All
I
right,
have a
go on
question
ahead.
for Sheilex.
Oh my. Ask
Hopefully
away.
it doesn't. Maybe it should involve high places. We'll find out. Ask away.
How easily do you betray someone, Sheilex?
How easy do you breathe air right now? I mean, quite honestly, it's as easy
Val,
as.
the fan.
Oh, sorry.
All right. How easy?
The answer, fan.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
It's fun to play with it.
It is fun to play with it. It's the sensory need that the fan provides me. Sorry about that. Answer.
Yes, my answer is it is as easy as you find yourself breathing. You know, I look at someone, I think, hey, what's the best way to get under their skin? What's the best way to like make them feel a little uncomfortable in themselves? I find that's the biggest pleasure. It's kind of what you might call a kink in some business circles.
Business circles.
The coin is being flipped on the large screen, and it is tails. The question is now the question is now revealed to the court.
The question was, how easily do you betray someone? Now we know you have a betrayal kink.
Who doesn't these days? Come on. Don't betrayal kink shame me, all right? That's all I ask.
We all agreed to come on the show, didn't we?
Coming
That's
on
fair.
the show. Oh dear.
That's
I'll have to reread my contract again. Oof.
We do have terms and services.
I'm waiting for the
Do
service.
Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Betrayal kinks and horse riding. Next. My, oh my, oh my. Actually, let's do this. Sheilex, what question would you like to ask?
I would like to ask a question to Freezja, if I may.
Okay.
Bring it on.
What is in your, just meeting Marcos just now, what is the thing that irritates you the most about Marcos?
Could be a little bolder. It's a little. They play their cards too close to the chest, and I like somebody who's a little bit more open.
Like
And
open
with that-
relationship?
Hmm?
Like open relationship, if you will?
I didn't say that open.
Interesting.
The large screen lights up and the coin is flipped once more, and it is sadly heads, as the question is kept secret and not revealed to the court. But before we go into more Valentines and rejections, do you have something? Did you want to do something, Freezja?
Did
I don't know. You had a very mischievous face, and I was like,
That's just my face.
okay. I was like, oh, does Freezja want to do something right now? Alrighty, we have a dare. And I was initially going to have only one person do this, but I think I've changed my mind. I would like each of you to narrate to us, to me, it's the audience here, your ideal date. And I would love to start with the wolf who is tempting me beyond the safety of my fire. Please go on. What is your ideal date? Not more horse riding, I hope.
No, not unless you count something for later. But the ideal date, let's see. I am all about serving. I think I'd like to cook something. And I also do enjoy a good chase. Maybe a run through the forest. A fight. And then the winner gets a prize.
Is the prize perhaps the meal?
Well, I am very hungry. I do like to feast.
Oh my. What about you, Sheilex?
Well, I think my ideal date would be, first off, it would be someplace very metropolitan, deep within the city, not an ounce of nature nearby, because honestly, animals and moonlight and ponds, I'd find someplace that's small, intimate, someplace maybe with low ceilings, if you're above 5'10", maybe you have to crouch a lot. I don't know, something just real small and quaint and nice and cozy. And then I'd go and make sure I paid off all of the staff $50 a piece to make sure that they don't recognize my celebrity crush whatsoever. And then we just have a nice meal where nobody knows who they are, and I love watching them miss the attention.
Oh, wow. A very meticulous planned date. I'm sure many find that very attractive. Love being meticulously planned for on a date. Love that. And with that, Freezja, what does a conqueror of nations, of worlds, want from an ideal date?
Oh, this one's simple. This is the way to woo my heart, really. We start off with a well-planned attack on some high and mighty lord's castle. And then once we have clearly won, we ransack the entire place and then make love in the master bedroom while the villages around it burn. It creates a very nice glow, and the screaming brings a sort of music to the ear. Very comforting.
That sounds appealing to me.
The matchmaker just has the widest eyes as she's looking directly into the camera. That is a way to have a date, and I
It's
cannot
glorious. I recommend it to everyone.
Oh my. A glowing recommendation for the contestant themselves. Watch it on this new edition of Flower Court magazine, brought to you by our sponsors. We will have Freezja herself talk to you about the tips and tricks on how to make your ideal date and spice it up. Excellent. And last but never least, my dear Zenwyn, what would be your ideal date? Please tell us.
Dear Matchmaker, does sound like Freezja does like glory holes and Marcos likes to go to the races, horse races. And it sounds like Sheilex really likes closed spaces, dark enclosed spaces. And so I would like to say that My ideal dates, Sugar, would be to go on a picnic in nature. I do like to go for dessert first, bring snacks.
Mm.
Oh yes, yes. And after that, I'm a simple girl. After the public attention and of course putting on social media on the Instabook, our ideal dates. I like to simply sit down on the couch and watch television and chill.
Oh my goodness. I mean, the allure of publicity sure is excellent on an ideal date. Let everyone. I mean, no, y'all may laugh, but I will say it. If you are with somebody, don't you want a little bit of flaunting? I know I do. I enjoy being flaunted on the arm of a beloved, on the social media site of a influencer. Same thing.
Oh,
And
Matchmaker. Oh, how you tempt me.
oh, I know. I'm such a flirt. I should really tame it in, but that's not what any of you want now, is it? And with that, let us continue our whispers game. Who would like to go next? We're doing more questions before the Valentines and Rejections because I think we're just scratching the surface of what is to come.
Oh, we're doing another round of whispers,
Yes.
essentially. Oh, gotcha.
Mhm.
Sorry.
No worries.
Hmm.
Y'all pulling out all the stops, so I gotta respond in kind.
Fair enough.
I would like to ask a question, actually,
Go ahead, Sheilex.
to one Marcos, if I may.
Alrighty.
My ears are open, dear.
All right.
Excellent. Well, we all know that you're very chivalrous and wonderful, and I'm just wondering, what would be your game plan if you were to take any two contestants here tonight and perhaps pillage a village or burn a stern person? I'm trying.
Well, for two, you always have to make sure you're paying great attention. Thankfully, I'm a pretty large man. I know how to make use of my hands, of my mouth, and I have a few tricks. So, yeah, mostly focus on technique.
Large, wonderful screen. Will we all know that question, please? As the screen flips once more the coin, and it is tails. And go ahead and reveal the question.
So the question was, Marcos, basically, what would be your game plan if you were to take on any two contestants to pillage a village, or how did I put it? Burn a stern.
Burn a stern person.
burn a stern. Okay.
Lots of sword technique. That's lots of sword technique.
We are
Well,
all
again,
learning.
I'm great at hand to hand.
Valuable, valuable.
It is always good in the flower court to learn exactly what the contestants are good for. How else am I supposed to make the appropriate match? And I think there's a match that's on everyone's minds. But that's all I will say on that. Who would like to take the next whispers?
I'd like to go next, Sugar.
Go on ahead, Zenwyn.
I'd like to talk to Freezja.
Oh my, Freezja. All
Oh,
right.
Freezja.
Question.
Oh honey, would you be more interested in some edge play or horse play?
Hmm, it's an excellent question.
Val, put down your fan. Val, put down your fan.
I'm still
We
processing
need
that.
the
I
answer
just
for this. Everyone needs to hear the answer.
I'm processing this. I can't. Sure.
I can't wait to hear.
Well, as much as I like to keep things sharp, I have to say I'd rather keep it dirty instead.
Oh, dear. Well, Freezja, I mean, if you wanted to say get down and dirty, you're talking to the right gal.
So I'm picking up.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Lovely blue screen. Would you please flip the coin for us? It is heads. That question shall remain secret to the court unless anyone wishes to intervene on this. And if anyone next donates for a coin flip, I will redeem it for this specific coin. Alrighty. And with that, who would like to be next in the donation? Not donation. Wow, I'm thinking about that question again. That short-circuited my brain, didn't it? Who is next for the Whispers game?
I'll ask a question of Marcos.
All right.
Yes, dear.
Honestly, it's taken me a little bit to figure one out. What it is that I truly want to ask you. But I'll be honest, it's going to be the same question that I've asked everybody else. Short, simple. If you had to eliminate somebody in this game, who would it be?
I think my answer would be
Val, your fan.
I know. I keep forgetting. I'm just like, this is awkward. I need to hide my face. All right, continue.
Well, with such a dear heart, Zenwyn would be the ideal candidate. A great way to watch something so sweet.
Marvelous.
Lovely large screen. Would you please reveal the coin flip? And the coin flips. And it is tails. Please reveal the question to the flower court.
Oh, these two know the question since they both got asked it. I was just curious who Marcos was interested in eliminating.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my.
To the point.
If I had to, of course, dude. If I had to.
All right.
If you had to.
Things are getting quite spicy over here in the flower court. Talks of eliminations. And that, I believe, leaves our dear wolf for your whisper.
All right. Zenwyn, you had a question for me. I have a question for you.
Oh, darling, shoot your shot.
I want to know about your heart, dear.
Oh, yes, love.
What matters more to you? Your fame or your life?
Oh, what? How do you even choose between my greatest loves in this on all this world? I mean, I so hard. Oh, my heart is simply breaking. I guess
That's what they said.
I would rather I'd rather be known for my ideas. I'd rather be a martyr. I'd rather live in people's hearts and minds.
I see.
Glorious blue screen, will you reveal to us the nature of this question, or will it hide away forever? The coin flips, and it is tails. Finally, we're getting more tails up in here. The question is revealed to the court.
I asked Zenwyn what mattered more, her life or her fame. Now we know where she stands.
Indeed, we do. I mean, I can empathize. To die for one's ideals, to die for the idea of beauty, to have a statue erected of me.
It's so romantic, isn't it?
It is. It's so romantic.
Oh, so romantic.
And that is all about what the Flower Court is all about. The romance. And before we adjourn for Valentines and Rejections, it is not a spicy question, Elise, but I think it's an appropriate question as we are broaching in towards the final round of whispers and proposals and Valentines and such. Have you fallen in love before? Truly. And this is a question for all of my beautiful candidates.
I think people fall in love all the time. But true love, well, I think that only comes after wrapping your hand around someone's throat. So yeah, I've been in love.
I'm sure you've had your hands around many, many lucky individuals' throats. What about you, Zenwyn? Have you ever been in love? Or is your love only meant for the cameras, for your loving fans, for those who would observe you in your day-to-day, in your influence?
Oh, Matchmaker, you make it sound like I'm such an open book. Oh, sugar.
Oh, I would never dare insinuate that.
Oh, sugar, I like to say that I think it's, like Marco says, so easy to perhaps fall in love. Do I think love is enough sometimes? I'm not quite sure. But I'd like to say that between you and me, I like a little bit more play from behind. I mean, not metaphorically.
Indeed, not metaphorically at all. Only literally, factually, objectively.
Of course.
Oh my, we are unearthing some gems here tonight on the special episode of Flower Court. Keep those spicy questions coming in, folks. We have more dares than spicy questions. If you thought this was spicy, this is lower on my tier list, let me tell you. With that, Freezja, what of you, a woman who's known much of the blade and conquering? Has your heart been conquered?
Once, a long time ago. And then I killed it as easily as I conquered the spring court, the twilight court.
Oh my. Did they live to tell the tale?
That one?
You...
No. I couldn't show any weakness that way.
Absolutely not. And finally, but never least, Sheilex.
Have I ever been in love before? I'll tell you, there was this one time I was eating a real nice pastrami sandwich. And I was on a bike, eating and bicycling, pastrami, bike, pastrami. And this bird came out of nowhere and like flew past me. And I hit a tree and flew off. And I scraped my knees real bad. And that feeling of scraping my knees with pastrami in my mouth, I've been chasing that feeling for the rest of my life.
Oh my God.
Closest I've ever been to true love.
The matchmaker stares into the camera. This has been an evening of many firsts. And that is certainly the first I've heard of a story like that. And I do hope for you, Sheilex, as she fans herself, that there is at least an opportunity here for you to grasp at that longing feeling, that distant feeling once more here in the flower court.
If anyone wants to let me grab their pastrami and skin my knees a little bit, you know where I am right here.
Why?
Oh my. Sheilex, are you asking us to beat your meat?
Look, some of us aren't as poetic as you, Zenwyn, but
I'm pretty sure Sheilex was implying the other way around.
Someone else to beat the meat.
I swing always.
To metaphorically go to the back. Yes, I
Not
remember.
metaphorically.
Metaphorically.
Look, where you stick the pastrami is between you and then the pastrami, okay? That's all I got.
Amazing.
You do inspire.
All of you truly do inspire me. It's why I keep doing this job. Oh my goodness. Oh my. And with that, unless there's any more burning questions from our candidates, I believe we can close out our second round of the Whispers game as we draw ever closer to that third and final round where we will determine who attains love and who will die trying. But before we get to that serious note, we'll start a little easier with some Valentines and Rejections. Please, my beautiful players and contestants, send your Valentines and Rejections to the parties appropriate and keep me in the loop. And with that, I will now converse with the audience. This is turning out to be a very interesting flower court.
Oh, definitely, Matchmaker. I know you were told in the first round some of the Valentines and Rejections. Can you maybe give us a little couple hints, especially with the second round questions?
I don't want to reveal too much, but I do want to say there's a romance blossoming, and I think we're all feeling it. I think we're all wondering when it's going to erupt and pour over, honestly. It's
heavy steel on steel?
A heavy steel on steel, the blades against one another, the spark of steel, truly. But another additional hint that I would give to the wonderful audience is that not everyone's playing for love. I mean, it seems like not much of a spoiler, but I think that's quite revealing that not everyone here is looking for a match.
Maybe you don't have to say who, though I wouldn't complain if you did, of course. Now, could you maybe say how many people are going for romance and how many people are going for the alternative?
I think I'm going to reveal answers and also keep it hidden by saying more than one person's looking for romance. And there's certainly more than one person looking for elimination.
Now, are there any, besides the obvious, of course, steel on steel, blades upon blades, that fiery passion on the battlefield, are there any others that you would like to see together, whether regardless it's happening behind the scenes or not?
I mean, I think this has potential. I am the matchmaker. I know chemistry when I see it. And I have to know. I think there's an opportunity for Sheilex here. I think Sheilex is a definite dark horse that can earn the affections of multiple members here.
It's
But
that
I do not know.
It's that mystery.
It's that mystique for sure. That allure, the pastrami wrapped sandwich, if you will,
I was
of
not
the flower
expecting where
core
that
game.
was going. I did not think it was just going to be an elaborate setup.
I think from now on, we all should just expect Sheilex to be setting up for one big grand reveal. And that is what I'm looking forward to the most.
We do have one more round of the Whispers game.
We do. And I am looking forward to the audience providing me more opportunity to shell out some spicy questions and spicy dares at our players, because I'm looking at the tensions. I am seeing the pace, and I think everything is going to boil on over in this next round, and all the more help to precipitate that, speed that up would be more than welcome, and all for a good cause.
So some of these spicy questions and spicy dares, maybe you can give us like a hint, a little sneak peek, a taste that might be coming into the contestants.
Absolutely.
If the cards are turned right, of course.
Oh, of course. I will give you a little sneak peek. We here at the Flower Court do intensive research on all of our candidates and contestants before they are brought here. And when we make our intense research, well, some dirty secrets get unearthed along the way.
Oh.
And let me tell you, when multiple people here in the contestants in the Flower Court have unearthed some secrets, I don't want to indulge more. You can only find out by donating and giving us more spicy questions to play with.
Now,
and then maybe we'll learn.
Are we talking about dirty spicy or just dirty you want to hide under the rug and throw in the closet, throw away, and never see it again secrets?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I should have expected that from you, my dear.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Just like all of our contestants, you like to cause problems on purpose, and I respect that.
Yes, that's what you hired me for. That is why I am here.
And you do a great job of it, my dear.
Thank you. I would not be able to do any of this without your wonderful assistance. Oh my goodness. I'm receiving so many updates. It is quite spicy, I will tell you all.
Maybe we can get a ratio? Have people changed their answers since the first round? Because people don't have to stay on their romance and rejections compared to their first round, right?
No, they can swap it round. Feelings can change. We do believe that feelings are mutable, and that, perhaps some spark that happens in the beginning may not continue, and that is okay. There have been changes, but they are very different changes, and I think I'm going to put these changes along the lines of the game is escalating. And I think we've got quite the game on our hands. I'll be quite curious to see who survives.
So what you're going to say is we're going to have really good ratings this season.
Yes, we're going to have excellent ratings this season. We are going to have, the fan base is through the roof already. I see the fans in the audience. I see you looking at Freezja that way. We know. We all love a giant woman. We all love a giant woman who could kill us. It's fine. We also love a knight, a noble knight to protect us. We love a mystique who has elaborate setups involving pastrami sandwiches. And we love our sweet, demure, Southern Belle-esque Zenwyn as well. We just love it here, and we are 100% into all of the drama that is now curtailing around these individuals.
I'm getting a call from the producers saying that our lovely contestants have submitted all their Valentines and rejections.
Oh my goodness. And for the review for the Matchmaker, oh my. Interesting. Some changes have occurred. And I'm now more than happy to open the floor to yet another round of the Whispers game as the audience cheers and yells. And for this final round of the Whispers game, you see petals of flowers poured down onto the main flower court stage and being thrown up by the audience towards you all. Oh my, it's getting quite hot in here, isn't it? And I, as always, would love to warm up my contestants to the final round of Whispers. And it's not going to be anything too spicy as I'm looking to the audience for that. But I do want to ask a very simple question to you all, my contestants. How do you think you're doing in this game so far? I'm going to start with Zenwyn. How are you doing in this game? Do you think you're winning?
Oh, sugar. Winning, losing. As long as I win the hearts and minds, that's the winning I want to do. I feel that I feel eyes. I feel that maybe someone might be wanting to pillage my village, beat my meat, or ride my horse. And as long as one of those things happen, I think I've won in my heart, honey.
Honey, I hear you. I hear you. And winning hearts. Oh my goodness. I sure do hope that you not only win the hearts of your audience, your fans, as she waves towards your little phone and your little Instabook live. Maybe join in for the filter that's put on her of like little cat ears as she smiles. It's fine. Yeah. What about you, my dear Freezja? Are you winning?
I am accomplishing what I came here to do.
We all love to hear that.
I am accomplishing what I came here to do.
Oh my.
Somebody's
We're hearing an echo.
Oh,
Sorry, y'all. That was my fault.
No, it's okay. That is okay. That is okay.
was not expecting to hear my voice.
I was unmuted and I was on my phone for a split second while I stepped away so I could stay up to date. Continue, my fault.
Forgive us for the tech difficulties. It's fine. We are.
This is a
well-oiled
live show,
machine.
everybody.
This is a live show recorded
live.
before a live studio audience. Hello, everybody. We're now.
Is that what I sound like? I'm
Freeza's
not
voice.
sure about that one. Who?
You sound better. You don't sound like you're in like 3 rooms away. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Well, if Freezja is achieving what she needs to achieve, Sheilex, how are you doing? Are you winning?
I like to say that as an agent of chaos, sometimes it's not whether I win, but whether or not other people win that makes me feel happiest. So in that regard, I think there's some interesting things at play, and yeah, I'm totally winning. I think I'm winning. That's all.
You just mentioned that as an agent of chaos, you're more interested in whether or not everyone else is winning. Are you hoping for a win or something else?
I mean, do I hope for a win? Yeah, I like to win. I like a pastrami sandwich, but we're all just here where we are. And in the meantime, if some people find other forms of love that are apparently not that, then I guess I'm a romantic at heart. What can I say?
Oh, true chaos, the true language of the romantic. Let me tell you, if it weren't for chaos, would romance stories be as compelling? I don't think so. And speaking of compelling stories, our wolf, Marcos, our knight, skilled upon horseback and with blade. How are you doing in this game?
Well, I can picture myself enjoying the outcome no matter what.
Mhm.
After all, I got this nice, pretty new chain to go with my collar.
Oh my, are you looking to be leashed and domesticated, my wolf?
Uh, Leashed is fun. Domesticated, I think, wouldn't impress as much as others might think.
Oh my. I love to hear that. And with that, let us go into our whispers game as the music picks up into a crescendo. This love. The music before was this very light-hearted, whimsical, romantic music. The kinds you'd hear in ballrooms, in wedding venues. There is a bass and a reverb of tenseness that's tenuous within the music now, as the stakes are now raised. Who would like to begin the first question of the Whispers game? And we'll see how long it takes before someone has to remind me to remove my fan. That's another mini game you all can play in the audience.
I'd like to ask Freezja a question.
Freezja. All right. Ask away.
All right. With a chain offered, do you understand that I much prefer to be wild? Is that something that you like?
The chain is only there when you want it. You can do with it what you will. But I prefer somebody who can take charge and be free.
My wonderful board, please reveal to us if this question shall be revealed or remain hidden. And pulls ahead. Indeed, this question shall remain hidden from the court. Excellent. Who would like to go next?
I think I'll go sugar.
All right, Zenwyn.
I think I'd like to ask Marcos one last question. See where he's at.
All righty.
Marcos, would you see yourself as being tied up and to Freezja at all? Would you enjoy being a little restrained at all?
Well, it's one way to get stronger. Let yourself be restrained and then break free.
Oh my. Oh sugar, there's enough tea for everyone.
Oh my dear board, reveal to us, will this question remain a secret or no? And it pulls the tails. The question will now be revealed to the court.
Oh dear. I simply was asking sweet Marcos if for Freezja, he enjoyed being restrained and tied up by Freezja at all.
Oh my. I see the tensions raising, names being called. But we must pause the whisper questions here because our audiences have donated for yet another spicy dare. And because it is the last whispers round for each and every one of you, I would like you all to say your cheesiest or most horrific pickup line or flirting line with the straightest face and not breaking. This is more for my entertainment, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you devil, you. You just like to see the contestants swarm sometimes.
I do. I need to have some fun in here. All this domination energy around me. I gotta step it up a little bit. Oh my.
Oh, matchmaker, if I can assert my dominance in this
Oh,
conversation.
please do.
Uh,
I am all ears.
Oh, matchmaker, I do believe there is something wrong with my eyes because I can't take them off of you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Flattery will get you everywhere, darling.
oh
Everywhere.
my darling.
Absolutely.
Did it
Oh.
hurt when you fell from the vending machine because you're a snack?
Oh my goodness. Oh, I'd like to think I'm a snack. I worked very hard on this wrapping.
Of course.
All right, cheesy.
Cheesy,
Cheesy.
horrific, elaborate setup apparently is also what we're working with.
You know, every big bad wolf looks better with a kitten. After all, if I'm collared, I'm sure you'd like to be collared too.
Oh my. Lots of leashing and collaring up in here. How do you do that with a straight face? Maybe it's the knight in you. Brings out the flirt in me. Who would like to go next? Sheilex or Freezja?
I will go.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Are you a clothesline? Because I really want you to tie me up and hang me out to dry.
How did you do that with a straight face?
I've said it too many times in real life.
Oh my goodness. Did it work? I need to know this. This is important. It's for science.
I'm shooting about 50-50.
Ah. Well,
Some people pull out a rope, some people run like the wind.
I think that's about fair. I think that's about fair. That's either a crowd pleaser or a naysayer right there. I agree. But still very good effort on your part. And last but not least, my dear Freezja.
Zenwyn has put me in mind of horses quite a bit.
Mhm.
So
As
reminded-
she's talented, yes.
it reminded me of how I too am similar to a horse in that I like to be rode hard and put away wet.
Oh my. We are reaching a fever pitch up in here in this Whispers game. Thank you all for playing. And let us continue the remainder of this Whispers game. Who would like to go next? I believe it is Sheilex and Freezja who are left.
I could ask a question of Zenwyn.
Ooh, go on ahead.
All right. Well, hello, Zenwyn. You are looking smashing, per usual.
Oh, you Simon. I like to say it takes one to know one, honey.
Well, thank you. And speaking of looking wonderful, don't Freezja and Marcos just look really good together? So this is the question. If you were to basically buy their honeymoon for them, send them somewhere, where would you send Freya and Marco?
Oh, such a good question. I would simply say that the best spot would be, I believe that there may be some time travelers. I could see them in my future and perhaps maybe an island somewhere warm, wet, hot.
And far, far away?
And far, far away. And while the sun be shining in my eyes and my eyes be closed, something else is open.
Oh my, blue screen. Will we hear the question to that answer? Oh, and you see the blue screen light up, the coin flips to heads. Oh my goodness. Yet again, are we denied the original source of such a spicy answer? But audience, with your generous donations, that can change. Anyway. Oh my, that is a spicy question. It all goes down to you, Freezja.
Well, then I have a question for Sheilex.
Indeed. Ask away.
Tell me, how would you woo our lovely matchmaker?
Well, if I was to begin, I would start by sending them everything that I've sent to all of you. And within that, maybe have a little coded messages specifically for the matchmaker, hidden on each little Valentine to let the matchmaker know that perhaps Sheilex has a little pastrami waiting in the dressing room after the show is over. If I live. That's how I would do it.
One truly wonders what that question might be. But the blue monitor, take it away nonetheless. Will we, the court, know the question or not? And alas, heads once more, as we do not know the answer to that particular question. But that is okay, because before we get into proposals and assassinations, to provide more opportunities for our lovely audience here to influence the spiciness that comes out today, I have one more question to ask you all. What I will ask each and every one of you is, one of the contestants lights a fire in you. What is it?
Passionate
What is the
destruction.
fire?
Yeah. It's a fire of passionate destruction. It's raging. Won't be set out very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I do love collateral damage.
Must have been love. And only love that can do that, sure, certainly. What about you, Sheilex? Oh, sorry, Zenwyn, go ahead.
Oh no, if Sheilex wants to go ahead, dear, I'm all ears.
Well, I think something that someone here ignites a flame is my burning, flaming white hot flames out of my body would be someone who's so ingrained in the rules of society and not influencing. That's a poor chase words, but perhaps just my hatred of everything that is organized society. There's someone here that really makes me despise everything that exists about the civilization, and that's a type of fire you just can't buy.
Not indeed, but an interesting answer nonetheless. Zenwyn, you had an answer as well.
I sure did, sugar, and I would like to say that the sweet heat is so hot. I'm burning with holes in me. They should know how to work my holes, and I like to say that we belong together, because otherwise I'd just be so provolone.
Oh my. When I stepped upon this stage this day, I did not think that references to sandwiches was going to be a key theme today?
It doesn't sound like it would be nacho cheese today.
Zenwyn! How dare you? How dare you? In the matchmaker's
Rude.
presence with your whole chest.
She's just trying to bag it.
Oh, I am surrounded. Surrounded.
Just searching for loaf.
Oh God. Oh my. Enough. We are moving right on. Oh my
Spicy
goodness.
mustard? Spicy mustard?
Thank you. I actually do like mustard. Freezja, please save me before I pass away.
Well, first of all, I should say, Zenwyn, darling, if your holes are burning, you should probably have that looked at. Second of all, I wouldn't say that it's like a raging fire so much as the coals afterward. You know, just a mess of them, the ashes down to the ground, blood and carnage everywhere, that kind of passion. The one
Just
that
the
smolders.
The embers and the smolders.
Mhm.
Oh, does that bring out some sensations to me? I feel like I'm reading an old book about romance on the battlefield. Oh my. Oof. Is it getting warm in here? Is it just me? Alrighty. And all that is left is you, my dear Marcos, I believe. Oh wait, no, you already answered. Everyone's answered.
Mhm.
Yes, I believe everyone has answered. Excellent. And with that, I believe we will now move into the final aspect of this game: proposals and assassinations. And it works very easily, folks, because how this functions is that each of these individuals will send their proposals, their assassinations, and we have a fun little game. If folks accept their proposals, well, they can have a wonderful romance, whether that includes marriage or anything else, non-monogamy, however that romance manifests for themselves. The next portion is assassinations. And we have a game just for that. Whoever is being sent as an assassination or multiple will have to guess the individuals who sent them the assassinations. They must correctly guess everyone who sent them the assassination, not necessarily the specific ones, just whoever that did. And if they do, they'll get to live. If they don't, well, tough luck, right? This is the kind of game where you have to put your whole life on the line. And then we'll get to our final portion of whether or not our contestants have fulfilled their secret objectives. And we will go around one by one. Alrighty. If you wonderful folks can now recount who you'd like to send your proposals and or assassinations to, go on ahead.
And these we're only sending to you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
While they are sending their proposals and assassinations to you,
Mhm.
Matchmaker, I made a
Indeed.
funny little observation throughout the course of the
Did
game.
you?
Yes.
Oh my, go
Would
on
you-
ahead.
Would you like to hear the tea?
Yes, please spill it for me, darling.
Yes. If you noticed, Freezja had two fans throughout the course of the game, a red one and a black one, and they were
Indeed.
consistent with specific other contestants. I wonder if it has
Oh
an
my.
impact on who she might be sending some proposals or less likable proposals to.
Less likable proposals too. Oh, you are so diplomatic with the way you describe that. Those are murder notes. But indeed, I do wonder which one it means. I mean, the easiest thing would be to say that red is for love and black is for murder, or the other way around. But who is to say? What is the game that Freezja is playing? And what are her objectives? That is what I do want to know more than anything else. But oh my, thank you. I do want to take a moment to thank our incredible audience for all of their donations and their part in making this flower court a night to remember. Truly, truly, truly. And I think there's a fan favorite for the ward ones to be together. I think that is no secret to anyone, I'm pretty sure.
It would be
Oh
quite
my
Sheilex
juicy,
and the
though.
Matchmaker.
Yeah. It would be quite juicy if one of the warlords went down, though.
That would be very, very spicy indeed.
Even a
I
warlord can go down to some poison.
some poison, just a subtle knife in the dark, all sorts of things. We're very, very diverse in our murdering here. We have had all sorts of the show. But it's okay. We've had them fill out an extensive disclaimer form of liability. It is completely fine. And obviously, it will only be the most spectacular of deaths. And as we've learned from Zenwyn, they're okay with that. Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Oh, Sugar, did I hear you calling my name?
Oh, I always will call your name. You're such a delight.
Oh, Matchmaker. I would like to hear you call my name in different instances, not just
Oh my. Oh my. All of these individuals going after the matchmaker. Oh, the matchmaker is no longer making the matches, but being matched. Oh my, we're breaking all sorts of ground here on the flower court.
Matchmaker, when are you going to go on your own show? You'd woo
Well,
everybody.
I would. I should. Do you know what I need to do? I need to start a reality TV show where I go and help families matchmake their children and judge their choices for it. And I will set them up, do a makeover, give them the Daisy Auntie treatment, and that should be the show. I don't know. We can we can put it on Net Prime or something like that. That would be a really, really good show, I think. All right. With that, the matchmaker needs a moment to calculate everything that is about to happen.
Did not just
And-
say that.
Mm-hmm. And with that, I need to make sure I have everyone's stuff together. So,
While the matchmaker is counting, lovely, lovely participants, what are your overall thoughts so far about the game?
I love flirting with people. It's very fun.
Thank you, Marcos. What about you, Sheilex?
I came here looking for chaos. I might not be able to look for anything when this is all said and done, but I had a good time.
Any chaotic goals that you hope to achieve after, like towards the end game or after you leave?
Oh, if I survive this, then I'll walk away real disappointed in myself.
Zenwyn, Freezja, thoughts?
Oh, honey, oh, Sugar. I'd like to say that I'm here for a good time, and it's up to all these lovely folks whether I'm here for a long time. But you know what they say, it's not the size, but the emotion of the ocean that matters.
Very true. And whether it's a long time or a short time, it's going to be a good time.
Cheers.
And Freezja.
I mean, it has the 3 F's. What more can anyone want?
Care to elaborate?
Flirting. Oh,
Yes.
of course. Flirting, fucking, and fighting.
Ooh. Now, if you had to assign one to each of the other contestants,
Now, there's a question.
There's the question.
when the matchmaker's preoccupied, someone has to step in and keep the entertainment going.
Yes, production crew, yes. Get in the fun.
Ooh, this is tricky. Flirting with the amazingly sweet, slightly chaotic Zenwyn. The will they, won't they, I'm sure helps their numbers quite a bit. Fighting, interestingly enough, I feel this is tough because on the one hand, Marcos would be absolutely delightful to fight with, but I can think of things that I'd rather be doing. So we're gonna fight with Sheilex and save the last one for Marcos.
Matchmaker, do you need a couple more minutes? Let's put the question around to the other contestants for everyone else. Fighting, flirting, and fucking. Zenwyn.
Oh, I see you, Freezja, and I think you would be a really great flag. I'd let you pillage my village anytime. And I'd like to say that I would like to perhaps flirt with someone who certainly I'd like to ride that horse with. And I'd say that I'm all about that edge play. And whether they are on the edge of a cliff or on the edge of glory, I'd like to fight Sheilex.
The horse is definitely getting a lot more attention than I thought it would this episode.
Sure is.
It's all about a sturdy ride.
True.
After all,
yeah.
if it's too bumpy, you can't really enjoy
You gotta make sure you have a
yourself.
nice tight saddle and some reins.
Sure is.
And how about you, Marcos?
Yeah. Well, how could I deny the Lady Freezja anything? I think I'd go along with her estimation of my ability. I'd love to train Zenwyn up, though. Tiny, you have to be able to protect yourself, so I'd fight you. And Sheilex, I do love your wordplay. So flirting.
Well, to return the favor, I think I would like some flirting with Marcos. You're such a delightful flirt. You make me feel like we're back to that night with the warm plate of nachos, and maybe that I could just see the pastrami sandwich out in the distance waiting for us. I like your edge play, Zenwyn. I would love to fight with you. And that leaves my unbelievably weak heart when it comes to the tall women for a good fuck from our Freya.
Thank you so much. Matchmaker, it looks like you're done tallying.
I am done tallying, and oh my goodness, do we have a game on our hands?
Just a little freebie question for the audience.
Go ahead.
Back to you, my dear. That was the freebie, the fuck, fight,
yep.
and flirt.
Yo, thank you so much. What would I do without you? Truly. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you when I have a list of things that I need to get through for you all. But let's go through the happiness before it is cut by the bitterness of reality and hatred. Let us go through proposals. Marcos, you have received a proposal from Freya. Freezja, rather. Freezja, you have received a proposal from Marcos. And since the both of you have sent proposals to each other, I believe that makes you all a certified match by the matchmaker herself. Congratulations.
Thank you.
But with that, there is still some additional proposals we need to go through, as the game is not quite over yet. Zenwyn, you have received, Marcos and Freezja, rather, you both have received a proposal from Zenwyn.
More the merrier.
What doth the both of you say to that?
I think I love the picture of you standing next to me for the moment.
Ooh, a trial run. I like that. What about you, Freezja?
I need you to prove your worth first. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my, is that a rejection or a trial run?
Hmm. It's
Well,
always a yes or a no. There's no trials with me.
oh my, oh my. Well, Zenwyn, therein lies your answers for your proposals. And I've received a proposal, which is quite delightful.
Yeah.
I
Yay.
received a proposal from the wonderful Sheilex. And may I say, darling, should everything pan out, I would love to go out to the town, night on the town, and ignite some chaos. Wouldn't that be quite?
I can order the pastrami sandwich right now.
That would be incredible. Well, hold that phone because we still have another proposal to go through. Zenwyn, you have also received a proposal from Sheilex. Will this be a pastrami sandwich for 3?
I'd like to say that 3's company and 4's a crowd.
Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Is that a yes or a no?
I'd like to say that there's only room for 3, honey, and
Mhm.
the 4th might be a little crowded.
It might be a tad crowded indeed. Well, now that the proposals, the sweetness of Flower Court finally enjoyed, let's come towards the assassinations, shall we? I will go by each character. Marcos, you have 1 assassination attempt. Who attempted to assassinate you or is attempting to assassinate you?
I mean,
Remember, you
a
have only one
bullet
guess.
and a crushed heart. Sheilex, assassins shouldn't send warnings.
We will get to that answer in a moment. Freezja, you have 1 assassination attempt upon you.
Of course.
Who is it?
Ugh. The one agent of chaos in this game. That would be Sheilex. It's been a good game, though.
An interesting game indeed. And we shall see what becomes of that. Zenwyn, you have 2 assassination attempts upon you. Who are they? And you have only 1 guess for each.
Oh man. I gotta sit down a little bit, honey. This is all too much for my simple, not chaotic, not complicated heart right here, which in no way do I stir up any tea.
It is very hard. It's very
It
hard.
is so hard, Matchmaker. Who would
know.
want to assassinate this moneymaker right here?
I know it's so difficult, but Les, the game must continue.
It must. I'd like to say that as much as I see the as much as I would like someone to pillage my village, I think one of the assassinations comes from Freezja, who I'm a little turned on by all this dagger knife play. It's looking a little hot in here.
It is.
I'm gonna just take off one piece of clothing.
Go on ahead. We love that. I love that. Getting royal.
You can leave your hat on, really.
Oh, that's the piece of clothing that I'm gonna take on this strip poker adventure. And a second one.
Second one.
I'm gonna look towards. Can individuals both send proposals and assassinations? Is that correct?
They can. They can.
I would say the Marcos galloped into my heart, and he's so sweet that I can't fathom am doing such a thing. But I'm also wary that it's always the sweet ones you gotta watch out for. It might be Sheilex. And Sheilex's love for pastrami. Oh, so hard. The tension.
The tension. I am dying to know your answer to who attempted the assassination upon you. Who is the second?
I gotta put the hat back on. My followers have requested it. I would like to say that behind those hazel eyes that I cannot trust would be Marcos.
Interesting. And finally, last but never least, Sheilex, you have 3 assassination attempts upon you.
All right.
I wonder who they would
dodge.
I wonder who they are.
I wonder.
I'm gonna go that person over in the audience, the matchmaker over there, and this beautiful dog that I see at my feet. What? I don't know. Do I really have to guess at this point? Do I really have to guess? Come on.
I suppose you don't, darling. I suppose you don't. And with that, I want each of you to tell our beautiful audience what your objectives are, and I will let you know the outcomes of your assassination attempts, and you all may take it away. Marcos, what was your objective?
I've fallen in love with my liege, and my objective was to marry them.
Have you achieved your objective?
I have succeeded.
Excellent.
Though there was a little bit of an extra to try and kill Zenwyn when she got close. But she saw me coming.
Indeed.
I see you.
Indeed, indeed. Sheilex, what is your objective?
Negative attention is still attention. I wanted to receive at least 3 assassination attempts at the end of the game. And I did it.
And you sure did it. And
Winner,
by correctly
winner.
guessing all 3 assassinations, you have succeeded. Next up, we have Freezja. What was your objective?
My objective was that if I can't have Marcos, no one else will.
Very interesting.
And so by the end of the game, either marry them or have them dead. Luckily, I didn't need to have them assassinated.
Well, we shall see what happens with that. My dear Zenwyn, what was your objective?
Honey, I saw the sparks fly between Freezja and Marcos early, so I said that I want them to be together. But I also wanted to sow chaos and reject a proposal. I didn't know who, but that happened. So I feel like whatever happened with my assassinations, I'm a winner, baby.
Well, the outcomes of your assassinations are as follows. And you look upon the large screen behind the matchmaker, and there are like little chibi images of each of you as contestants. And we start off with Marcos. Marcos, you have correctly guessed your assassin. The next, Freezja, you have also correctly guessed your assassin. The both of you are alive, and the both of you can get married. But we can get to that in the credits.
I would like very much
yes?
to hand Sheilex a shiny tentacle.
A shiny tentacle? You absolutely can. You absolutely can. Sheilex, on your chibi little image, you just get a massive like little puff of fireworks as you did not even need to guess who the assassins are, because who else is there, truly? And finally, Zenwyn, you have correctly guessed both your assassins. Nobody dies.
Oh,
and
wow.
everyone has achieved their objective. So for the first time in Flower Court history, I declare this an all-round victory for each and every one. Love was found, assassinations were attempted, people sowed chaos, and rejections abound. So tell us, my dear wonderful players, what happens next? We will go around the table. Marcos.
Oh, Freezja, a fight, right? We fight.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
The hottest
Yes.
fucking fight.
Yes.
Yes.
Knock down, drag out.
Well, I have to follow that
It's-
up with Freezja. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, both of you narrate this for me.
I was gonna say, we're both dressed up in our finery and our
Mhm.
best armor, of course. We
Mhm.
start off with swords and quickly discard them so that it becomes more hands-on, shall we say.
Mhm. Mhm.
For sure.
Alrighty, wonderful. Zenwyn, tell us what happens with you.
Oh, honey, I simply replaced the word party with orgy. So I'm simply going to the orgy in my basement, and perhaps I'll attend a wedding orgy or a birthday orgy, whatever you
Oh.
pick.
Oh my goodness. My.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And finally, last but never least, Sheilex, what awaits you at the end of this game?
I think Sheilex was like, "Oh, I was so close to dying," and she pulls out a half-eaten pastrami sandwich, and she just starts leaving the stage. And she's like going down the steps. She trips, falls, scrapes her knees on the steps, and you just see her like, "Oh, mm, mm." And she's
Yeah!
like, happy tears.
Yeah,
Yes!
obsessed.
It all comes full circle. The curtains are drawn. Everything finally happens. Everyone is happy. Everyone is a winner. And the show cuts to the matchmaker sat upon a velvet seat, a fainting couch, if you will. And she says, well, that was it for this episode of Flower Court. If you would like to participate, please send in your forms to the email below to enter Flower Court, where I, the matchmaker, will help you find a match or you will die trying. That's it for now, darlings. I will see you next episode. Bye-bye. Well done, everyone. What a fantastic game
Holy
of Flower
shit.
Court.
Amazing.
I literally just said this in chat, but I need a whole series of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, anyway, thank you everyone so much who has
Fucking masterful.
played, participated,
good.
been in chat, donated to this amazing first game for raising money for JDRF International. We're going to go around, say who you are, where we can find you, any projects that you're doing, and we're going to go from there. So, starting with our lovely matchmaker, please tell us who you are and where we can find you.
Hi everyone, my name is Valiant Dorian. I use he, him, his pronouns, and tonight I had the distinct pleasure and honor to be your matchmaker in this wonderful game of Flower Court with my incredible cast. You can find me mostly chronically online at twitter.com at Valiant Dorian or on TikTok and Twitch at Otso Spirit Bear. I'm a Twitch variety streamer. I'll be streaming tomorrow some TTRPG stuff. So if you want to come check me out, please, I would love to have you. Yeah, that's about it. I'm going to pass this on to Victor. Take it away, bud.
Hey guys, my name is Victor. I use he and they pronouns. I am a podcaster. You can listen to my lovely voice on the podcast Forgotten Eras. It's an interstitial actual play podcast where I play dark, chaotic himbo, kind of like today. Otherwise, you can find I have a couple of playbooks for I have a playbook for interstitial and a playbook for mass, as well as mini games that you can use in your games. On my itch, I am at Villa Vincencio on itch.io and on Twitter, so you can follow me for updates there. And I'm currently part of a push for a zine about affection and stuff at tabletop games, where I'm writing about how vulnerability and honesty make a good environment for having great flirting at your table. If you're interested, check out Splat 3. We are crowdfunding right now. But honestly, like, again, like, this is a great charity event right here. But if you got a little bit extra, we're almost to our goal, and that ends on Saturday. So I'd love to write for you guys. And that's it. That's me.
Pass it over to Erica.
Hi, everybody. I'm Erica, she, her pronouns, and I played Sheilex, who just wants a pastrami sandwich, apparently. And you can find me here at Erica New Girl. You can find me here on Twitch and on social media. I stream. I'm a speedrunner of Resident Evil 7. I'm top 20 in the world on that. And I do other things like Monster Hunter Rise. So horror or Monster Hunter Rise, choice of yours. I also play Vinox Scherzo in Transplanar RPG, where it's chaos but a different flavor of chaos. So if you enjoyed that, come hang out with us sometime over at Transplanar RPG. And I will just go ahead and pass it on to. There's two left, and I'm like, Alyx. I'll go with Alyx.
Oh, thank you. This has been amazing. Thank you so much for organizing this, for our lovely cast, and for our wonderful matchmaker. I love romantic games. My name is Alyx. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me everywhere on Daredevil Alyx. Itch, Twitter, that's where you'll probably find me. And I was playing the sweet Southern Belle, who was a little chaotic, used a lot of puns, used a lot of innuendo. So good luck, Mayor. And the Zenwyn. So I'm a TTRPG designer. I also love streaming and doing charity streams as well. So if you want someone who loves to do a little bit of drama, call me up for your APs for charity as well. I also love to increase more Asian representation in the media and play. So you'll find me on Itch with Chinese ghost stories we tell ourselves, and some Asian and cyberpunk, because the cyberpunk genre has a lot of Asian motifs but no actual Asians in it. So let's take that back. And I am also a GM for Magpie Games. So love those games there. So you'll find me on Twitter. Thank you.
My God, you're all so cool. Hi, everybody. I think this
So
leaves
you.
me. Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Lady Dame. You can find me everywhere that's important at the Lady Dame on Twitter, Twitch, and Discord. I'm a late night variety streamer here on Twitch, and a TTRPG content creator, among other things. Although I've been a little slow because I also work in theater, and theater's reopening, so I've been a little busy. But I am most well known as the host of Smutty Saturday, which is a bi-weekly Twitch show that happens Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific, because I am a late night variety streamer, where I get to hang out with really cool people, and sometimes we play Monster Camp and Monster Prom. A lot of the main thing that we do on Smutty Saturday is we get together and we read very smutty, usually quite cursed fan fiction, Chuck Tingle novels, etc., like random erotica, that sort of thing. So that's always a good time. I always have I have the best guests who come onto the show. There is a forum pinned to my Twitter if you are interested in participating. I do realize it's a very late night though if you're not in Pacific time. But it's honestly the most fun and everything. But I also stream a lot of visual novels and dating sims on my own at random times. I read books out loud for cozy late night stream on random occasions, hopefully. And you can also find me out coming up fairly soon over on a Theater Files channel. I'm going to be in a one-shot of Necrobiotica, which is a one-shot that was written by Penny for a Tale. I'm very excited to get to do that. Otherwise, yeah, that's sort of what I've got going on. Stay tuned. If you follow me on Twitter, that's the best way to know what I'm up to. But stay tuned because I have a couple of big events coming up this month while I have some free time.
And I think that just leaves me. Hi, everybody. I am Mare. You can find me on Twitter, Archmage of Dice. I would just like to say, even though Smutty Saturdays is a very late night, and I am saying this from someone who lives on the East Coast and has been on Smutty Saturday starting at midnight my time. Well worth it. It's fun as hell. But anyway, I'm Mary. You can find me on Twitter, Archmage of Dice. I have been your producer, and will be hosting all the other 9 charity games that are going to be running throughout the month. Please check my pinned tweet on Twitter for the rest of the schedule for the games. The next game that will be running is this coming Sunday, March 6th, I believe. Yeah, March 6th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll be running D&D 5e, The Shadow Under Vumalor, which the GM at Necro Alexander is running in my homebrew world.
Yay!
I'm so excited to play in my own homebrew setting. You have no fucking idea. I will also promote another charity game that I will be in this coming Saturday. It's either at 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. Eastern. I can't remember off the top of my head. Where I will be on at Thorny Dryads channel, where we will be raising money for the American Heart Association, and we're playing cat familiars to witches, and the best way to describe our witch coven is a sorority coven.
Yay!
In the 90s or the 2000s, one of the two. It's gonna be great. It's amazing. We've got a lot of great people running that. I'm also a producer on Friends Who Roll Dice, so go check them out. They're great. We have a couple things in the pipeline for that channel for charity, so just keep I can't talk about it, but maybe someone in this call is running a charity game. I don't know. But keep an eye on the Twitter for that. In the meantime, we are going to go raid Rule of Lore, who is running their Infinite Horizon game right now, which I believe is set in the Cypher system. So everybody, please go give them some love over in chat, and we will see you Sunday as we raise more money for JDRF International. We raised $145 tonight, y'all. We are on a good fucking
Thank
start.
you.
Everybody have
Thank
a nice...
you, everyone.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Everybody have a nice night, and we will see you soon. Bye.